Hello, everybody. My name is Todd Scholl. I serve as the lead learner for the SCEA Center for Educator Wellness and Learning. We call ourselves Cool, and you can find out everything you want to know about us right here on this website at cool.us. That's CEWL.us. Today, we are going to be talking about this is a special presentation. It's about something that's important, and that is the SCEA's new Praxis initiative. Many people know that the Praxis is a test that's required for many folks to get into the teaching profession. And for some people, it's a stumbling block. And we want to make sure that we're providing the resources for future educators to be successful at this so that it doesn't stand in the way of them pursuing a career in the classroom. And so today we have some folks from the SCEA, from NEA, and from study.com to talk about some really great new resources that we are providing for our members. So without further ado, let's bring on Tiffany Kane from NEA, Carissa Martin from study.com, and Mary Rita Watson and Teddy Meyer from the SCEA. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing?
Hi.
Good.
Great.
Let's start with our folks from the South Carolina Education Association. Mary Rita, tell us a little bit more about this initiative.
Well, hello, my name is Mary Rita. As Todd shared with you, I am a retired educator from Dorchester District 2 and just started my position here at the SCEA this year in June. So I'm excited to work with our aspiring educators in our colleges and universities as they attempt to get their teaching certificate. And one of the, in our travels around, Teddy and I go around to different colleges and we speak to those who are in the colleges and in the programs. And one of the things we hear over and over again is that Praxis can be a roadblock to many of them getting into the classroom. And so we've had a lot of conversations about this with a lot of different people. And I will say that we've mentioned it. I'm also the lobbyist for the SCEA, so I've mentioned it to many of our legislators. We are trying to get some Praxis reform through the legislature, but there are some people who still feel like teachers, should be able to take a test and pass it. And we kind of have a different feeling about that. Every other college student, is entered into their college by taking, an SAT, an ACT, or another form that the college actually requires. And so teachers are the only ones that have to take an additional test, which would be Praxis Core, to get into their programs. They have to take it by a certain time in their college career. So it's usually like sophomore, junior year. And it is a difficult test. It's not an easy thing to do. And it's providing, it's creating a problem because there are less and less people who are able to get into the teaching field because of it. And so there is no evidence that proves that passage of this test makes a better teacher or, has people who are better in the profession because of it, because they got a high score. So what we're trying to do is, because this is still in effect and we have not been able to make any changes with it yet, we want to provide support to get our students that are aspiring ed members into the classroom by partnering with NEA and study.com to allow our members this free membership with study.com. And along with that, we are going to provide our cool coaching. So there's actually a human touch to it. If there were problems that they were having maybe on a certain section of the test, we offer cool coaching on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8 in the evenings. And so, the student who is working on that can actually get someone to almost tutor them through the section so that they can get through it and be able to pass that test. So we feel that this is a need. It is something that will be very valuable. We kind of are going to offer probably more and more programs like this, but we just needed the support of something that was already created, and we are very thankful for NEA and study.com in this effort.
Yeah, I appreciate, Mary Rita, your efforts to talk about the test from a sort of a wider view, like, is there a need for this test? Why are we continuing to use this test if there's no data to support that it actually results in higher quality teaching? So I see that there's like this sort of philosophical argument, but then there's also this very pragmatic issue of, well, that is the way it is right now. And we have young people who are struggling and need support in passing this so that we can get these amazing young people into the classroom. Tiffany, can you talk a little bit about NEA's role in all of this and why this is has a priority to support this initiative?
Sure. I am Tiffany Kane, and I'm in NEA's Teacher Quality Department, and part of my portfolio is Praxis. I'm really excited about this partnership with the South Carolina Education Association and Study.com to provide high quality Praxis preparation resources to students and aspiring educators with a target and focus on HBCUs. I work with my colleague Laquita Maxey in our Center for Organizing. And this is all part of NEA's broader commitment to ensure equity, that aspiring educators have access to the tools that they need to overcome licensure barriers, like Mary Rita just discussed, and enter the profession to help create a more diverse and representative workforce. So we're hope that all of the aspiring educators take full advantage of the free resources to members from study.com.
Excellent. And Carissa, welcome to the program. And you are representing study.com and some incredible resources that are highly effective for folks who are going to be taking this Praxis. Can you help walk us through those resources and how study.com is partnering with NEA and the SCEA to support these future teachers?
Sure. Thank you so much, Todd. Hi, everybody. My name is Carissa Martin, like Todd mentioned, and study.com is a great resource that you now have access to for the next several months to help you prepare for your exam, whether it's Praxis Core or the other subsequent Praxis exams that you'll need to take. So, just to give you some background about study.com, in 2024, study.com became the official test prep partner of ETS Praxis. What does this official partnership mean? Well, for those who are participating in the ETS Praxis, it is something that we are extremely proud of. It's, as you know, one of the world's leading testing institutions. And for study.com to be selected as the official partner, that means we have demonstrated higher pass rates than any other teacher test prep provider, with about 92% of the teachers who utilize study.com with fidelity pass their exam. So through various impact studies, we've demonstrated our ability to significantly positively impact our historically underserved populations. And here are some statistics that we are very proud to share. So let's go in and talk about what is study.com and how study can help you. We have an award-winning test prep platform, and this year it's very exciting. We've made some amazing enhancements to deliver an even more efficient and effective learning experience. We have now leveraged the power of AI with the learning science research that has always been built into our system. And we support learners through achieving their target score, and we help them to focus on what matters most when they need to study. Our learners will begin their study journey by adding an exam to their dashboard. They can add more than one if they're studying for more than one exam or multiple certifications. Once they log into their dashboard, they will have access to an initial assessment. And that initial assessment will begin the process of creating their individualized study plan. So that initial assessment is comprised of 30 questions, and that will unlock the categories that they need to focus on. Once they've completed that initial assessment, the exam categories are broken into classifications: quick wins, almost there, deep learning, with the goal being to move all of your study categories into proficient. Learners can view their study categories and their personalized study plan anytime they log into our system. They can see how they're making progress, how they are achieving their goal of moving their study categories into areas of proficient. Learners are able to create a targeted practice set that will allow them to focus on those areas that they need to focus on and move, again, those areas to proficient. When we talk about quick wins and classify your study categories as quick wins, those are the sections where our learners have demonstrated sufficient knowledge, as well as the areas that are most heavily tested. So going back to the original statement that we make this process efficient and effective, not only do we identify where our learners need to focus, but we also help them to focus on the areas that will result in the greatest impact on their exam. So next, the almost there section, those are the exam categories where the learner has also demonstrated a high level of knowledge, not as much as quick wins. So then we recommend the learner will complete additional practice questions to improve their knowledge and confidence of how the information will be presented on the exam. We have two methods of study when our learners are preparing for the exam. We have them practice questions that are similar to the questions that they will see on the exam, as well as help them learn content that they need to learn to become proficient in those areas. And that is identified as deep learning. These areas are where the learner is farthest from proficient, and that's where we recommend the learner view our lessons and video resources to build their confidence and their knowledge. All while they can utilize our AI feature that will allow them to clarify any concepts that are confusing, and again, connect what they're learning to the classroom experience. And proficient. As you progress on your study journey, you will see that those study categories, those exam categories, are moved to proficient. This is when you will be prompted to complete a full-length practice exam, and again, build your confidence, build your endurance, and make sure you are test ready. I want to highlight our Study AI feature. It truly is one of the greatest additions we have made to our platform this year. Our AI tutor provides an added layer of personalized support during the practice and instruction components that our learner will participate in. It helps break down complex concepts and really provides thorough explanation. This is a really handy tool that we're very happy to include in our platform now. Todd, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me share the information about study.com.
Yeah, that looks like a really easy to use, very intuitive platform, and the integration of AI I know will help people sort of fine tune the support that they're getting from study.com. And I also was really impressed with the 92% passage rate. I mean, that's such a testament to the efficacy of study.com's supports.
Absolutely. We're really proud of that. And I want to reiterate that our platform is very efficient and personalized, and we provide a lot of support. It's very simple to get started, and it's very easy for learners to know what to do next. We don't want to make them feel overwhelmed. We know this process can be overwhelming, so we really try to make it as efficient and effective as possible.
Great. So, Mary Rita and Teddy, we've talked about the sort of what and the why folks would participate and access these resources. Let's talk a little bit about who can access them, when they can access them, and how they can access these resources.
Hi, my name is Teddy Meyer. I am the statewide field organizer at the SCEA, and I work closely with our aspiring educators alongside Mary Rita. So if you are already a member of the Student SCEA, you can follow the link provided below and you will receive your access code once you register. Once you get this access code, you will be prompted to create your account, and then you will have until July 15th to complete your study.com training. And again, you have to be a member of the Student SCEA in order to access this account. So I implore you to become a member so that you can access these resources.
And can folks become a member at jointhescea.org, or is there a special other website they need or link that they need to go to?
I believe there is a separate link for aspiring educators, but
Okay.
it is under the Join SCEA tab on the website.
So they can go to the scea.org and find out more information. So tell us, and I understand, so on the Cool website, we've worked with Dr. Marcella Weinschneider and the folks from study.com and NEA at sort of bringing all these resources into one page, which is on the Cool website. And the link that we showed there, this link, if you didn't get a chance to write down all those letters and numbers, we're going to have a link on this website at cool.us/praxis that will have, it'll just be a button that you click on that will take you to that form. And how many people can access these resources? Is there a limit to that?
Yes, we are hoping there's 100 that are available, but we've already had some of our members use some of the 100 that we've allocated, and I think there might be right around 80 of them left. And so, it is important that if you're going to take advantage of this, that you do so soon. Also want you to know that our memberships for our aspiring educators this year are at no cost to the learner. It is complimentary, and the SCEA is paying for their memberships this year. So it's really just a matter of going to that jointhescea.org and signing up and then getting your access. And also through this, we're hoping that you'll find that there are many benefits to membership other than just free access to study.com. We are also having a conference for our aspiring educators on March 22nd here at the office. And so that is something that could participate in, as well as a lobby day. And if we want to go talk about changing this praxis, then that lobby day is going to be important, where you can go to the State House, talk to the representatives from your area as well as others about your stories with Praxis and why we need to have some reformations done there. Also, we might want to talk about some paid student teaching. So Yep. It's more than just a membership to get free study.com, but that
I
is
mean,
definitely a
it
perk.
sounds like a win-win. If you are a student and you need to pass this test, you get a free membership to the student SCEA. You get free access to while supplies last to this incredible support that we know is highly effective. And on top of that, you also get all the other benefits of being a member, including the capacity to join a team of educators who are trying to advocate for better working conditions and better policies around public education. And now's a time when we need everybody, all hands on deck, to support the right kind of policies that all educators and their students deserve. So thank you so much to the NEA, to the SCEA, to study.com for coming together, teaming up to provide these resources for these future educators. Is there anything else that we need to discuss and anybody wanted to mention before we wrap things up?
I think we've hit it all from as far as I know.
Well, thanks to Tiffany Kane from NEA, Carissa Martin from study.com, and Mary Rita Watson and Teddy Meyer from the SCEA. Thank you so much for sharing these resources. We hope that those watching will certainly reach out to you if they have any questions. And all that information, again, is on our website at cool.us/praxis. Thanks again, team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Tiffany Kane, Carissa Martin, Teddy Meyer, and Mary Rita Watson. And the website right here, please check that website out. You'll find the information, including this form. If you want to take a screenshot, I'll leave it up there for a minute. That is the form to apply for one of these accounts. As Mary Rita Watson said, there's about 80 left as of the time of recording this particular program. A couple of other things I wanted to mention is, and this was alluded to earlier in the show, we do online coaching. We will be supporting these folks who are trying to pass Praxis, but we also provide coaching for other issues. So if you are an induction teacher in a public school in South Carolina, you can join us every Tuesday and Thursday night from 6 to 8 o'clock at cool.us/coaching. There's a link there to a Zoom link, and you'll be placed in a breakout room with one of these 3 veteran educators, and you can ask them the kinds of questions and ask them for advice about things that you're experiencing as a young educator. So that's free. It's online. It's one-to-one. You're not in a group. It's just one-to-one. So you have that privacy, and you'll get this sort of unbiased, unfiltered feedback that you need to support your career. Also want to mention that we have just a few spaces left for our educator wellness retreats. If you're interested, you can go to the Cool website at cool.us/retreat. Thank you so much for tuning in to this program about the SCEA's Praxis initiative. We are always doing what we can to support aspiring educators, early career educators, and veteran educators all throughout that entire continuum. And the SCEA is the leading movement in South Carolina to support educators and their students. So if you are interested in joining that movement, we would encourage you to just head on over to this website, jointhescea.org. We're so thankful for NEA for their support through a GPS grant for our Center for Educator Wellness and Learning, and thankful to be working alongside the SCEA to create the kind of school systems that our educators and students deserve. Until next time.